Hello! In today's video, we're giving out all the tips and tricks on writing a resume that'll get hiring managers excited to meet and learn more about you. A typical resume includes a header, resume introduction, as well as work experience, skills, and education sections. Knowing how to present these sections is important depending on your experience level, career path, and target role. So first things first, let's choose the right resume format. There are three main formats most job seekers use today: the chronological resume, functional resume, and combination resume. The chronological resume focuses on your work experience section. It starts with your current or last job at the top and works your way back. This format is the best choice for most job seekers because it's straightforward and demonstrates your career progression. Next is the functional resume, or a skills-based resume, which focuses on your relevant skills rather than your work experience. Here, you'll organize your top professional skills into categories and then add bullet points with how you applied these skills at work, school, or in your personal life. This format is useful if you have large employment gaps or are looking for a career change. Last is the combination resume, also known as a hybrid resume. As the name suggests, this format combines both the chronological and functional formats. So if you're a candidate with a lot of experience, this format highlights your professional history along with your technical skills. If you're unsure which format to use, we have a flowchart in the description below to help you decide. Once you've decided on the format, let's start writing. You can start your resume from scratch or use a template. For this video, we'll use one of our free HR-approved templates to show you what a chronological resume looks like. You can find these templates in the description below. Starting from the top of your resume is the header, which includes your name, a professional email address, and phone number. Here are some optional details to include depending on your industry: an online portfolio or website, if it's relevant to the job, your LinkedIn URL, and your location. Below the header, we have our resume introduction, which provides a quick snapshot of your experiences, skills, and qualifications. Hiring managers spend about 7 seconds looking at each resume, so having your most relevant information at the top will help them decide right away whether they should keep reading the rest of your application. There are two types of introductions. One is a resume summary, and the other is a resume objective. They're both 3 to 5 sentences long, but a resume summary is for candidates who already have several years of experience, and their accomplishments can be tied to actual numbers. This is how you'll structure a resume summary. Start your paragraph with your biggest highlights, such as your relevant experience plus your main duty. The second sentence can describe an additional highlight, such as your key skills, responsibilities, and achievements. Then you can include one more sentence like your related skills or certifications. On the other hand, a resume objective focuses on your professional goals, career path, and how they'll match with the company's goals. For this reason, it's ideal for candidates who have minimal professional experience, are changing careers, or applying for an internal position. To structure a resume objective, you can start with your experience, plus duties or skills, and then add your qualifications. Then the final sentence can address how you can help the company or business. Next up is your work experience section, which many recruiters and employers are the most interested in, so it's important to get it right. This is what a work experience section looks like. It contains basic information like your job title, the company name, the dates you worked, and the location. Underneath, add 3 to 5 bullet points showing what you did. And if you have more than one job, list them in reverse chronological order. Now, just listing out your responsibilities won't highlight your skills and accomplishments. To stand out and make your experiences pop, use action verbs and hard numbers in your bullet points. This is what I mean. Responsible for making media kits for company projects. There's nothing wrong with this bullet point, but the sentence reads as passive and not so impactful. So let's replace it with an action verb and add hard numbers. Spearheaded the development of the first media kit for all company projects, increasing revenue by 12%. Doesn't it sound a lot better? Hard numbers don't necessarily have to be in percentages or relate back to growth. You can also use them to provide context. For example, if you're a teacher, it can be collaborated with other teachers to tailor lesson plans to update curriculum objectives in a 2,500 plus student school. This bullet point is a lot stronger and clearer than worked with other teachers to update curriculum objectives. To write one of these bullet points yourself, think about what you've accomplished at your job, rather than what you were just responsible for. Starting a sentence with a strong verb showcases your actions to achieve your goal. We've got a list of over 200 verbs to help you brainstorm, so be sure to check it out in the description. Here's a pro tip: tailor your resume to the job. Writing your resume for a specific position sets you apart from applicants who use generic resumes and makes you look like an ideal candidate. It also shows that you put effort and time into the application, which hiring managers always like to see. We'll show you how to do it. First, take a look at this job post from Indeed. You'll want to look carefully at the skills mentioned in the ad. After studying the keywords and skills from the job description closely, here's how you might want to write your experience section. Tweaking your resume based on the job description and requirements will let employers know that you're the one. Now, let's talk about skills. Hard skills or technical skills are what you've learned from school, courses, or on the job. If you don't have many hard skills yet, add some of your soft skills as well. Skills like communication, adaptability, and teamwork are in demand and show how you'd be a great teammate. So this section gives employers an idea of your job-related hard and soft skills that qualify you for the role. So make sure you include the most relevant ones. But don't make it too long. 4 to 6 bullet points are usually enough. Pro tip: include skills throughout your resume. To make the most impact, expand your skills in your resume introduction and work experience section. This is especially true for soft skills because they're more difficult to measure without context. Here's how you would include a soft skill example in your work experience bullet point. Collaborated with the outreach department to develop innovative marketing solutions for 6 unique products. This bullet point not only has a strong action verb and hard numbers, but by using the word collaborated, you're also implying you have soft skills like teamwork and communication. Your education section normally comes after your work experience section, but you should place your education details first if you've never had a full-time job. Ideally, you just need to include your highest degree or diploma, name of your school, location, and graduation date. If you didn't go to college, add your high school diploma instead. We have an education section video if you want to learn more. Depending on your experience and background, you can add extra sections such as hobbies and interests, volunteering, freelance projects, languages, certifications and awards, or your honors. List 3 to 5 bullet points describing what you did for your volunteer or freelance projects. Don't forget, again, to use action verbs and hard numbers like in your work experience section. We know you can't wait to get that application out of the way, but you'd be surprised how easy it is to miss a typo in your own writing. So ask your friends or family members to proofread your resume and read it a few more times before sending it off. Once you've checked everything, it's time to finally submit it. Unless the job description specifies, save your resume as a PDF because the formatting will appear exactly the way you want it on any device. Your resume's file name should be simple and clear, so use your name and the word resume at the end. And don't forget to attach it before you hit send. And to make your writing stronger, AI tools like resume builders and ChatGPT are also pretty handy. We've got a video on ChatGPT resumes if you want to check it out later. Also, many jobs will ask for a cover letter, so if you're not sure how to start yours, we have a how to write a cover letter video for you. You can find all the resources we talked about in the description below. And if you have questions that weren't covered in this video, leave a comment and we'll get back to you. Best of luck from the Resume Genius team, and we'll see you next time.